Hello and welcome to the S54 ISFL Draft. I am CC, the presenter or button clicker, whatever you want to call it. I am reading for Honolulu and San Jose. Sorry, forgot for a second. And I've got a handful of people here to help me out who will introduce themselves now.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel. I'm one of the GMs for New York, and I'll be reading for, of course, New York, as well as Austin and Yellowknife.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm going to be reading for Black Forest as well as Arizona and Sarasota.
Hey everybody, I'm T Money, one of the GMs for the New Orleans second line. I will be reading for NOLA, Colorado, and Orange County.
And I am Triceracop, one of the GMs of the Osaka Kaiju. I will also be reading for the Baltimore Hawks and the Cape Town Crash.
Very cool. I guess let's get this show on the road. Let me switch my...
Let's do it. Beer number 2 has been popped, so it's an excellent time to start.
Oh, baby, get it started.
All right. Black Forest has the first pick.
All right. With the first overall pick for the S54 draft, Black Forest are going to select Cowboy Blender, Rick Diggersby, defensive tackle. Irish had this to say about him: he's bigger, he's badder, he's too much for opposing linemen. Cowboy Blender has only impressed since joining the league with his impressive analysis on offensive linemen, as well as a skill for yapping on mock draft podcasts. Did I mention he's a Cetus Award winner, a well-versed user in all types of media? Blender can write comedic analysis on the many selections of ISFL skirts, an entire SCP article on Redacted, and an even analysis on the best big boys around. How could we not pick up this appreciator of large lads? We are so excited to have Blender join us here in the Black Forest. The Brood's defensive line is about to put the league on notice. Cowboy Blender, welcome to the Brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
Blender. I hardly know her.
Blender.
There we go. Hell yeah, CC, good one. Original.
Thank you.
Let's go.
The man himself saying this is a reach.
All
False.
right. Looks like you have the next pick as well.
Right pick.
We do indeed. Second overall, we're going to pick Too Sweet, Francisco Villalona at safety. There can only be one first overall pick, but no matter if Blender went first, Too Sweet, player Francisco Villalona at safety was someone deserving of the one-away spot in our hearts. Scouting with him was great, an incredibly easy user to talk to, and an amazing vibe for the community. We're really looking forward to having him in the locker room. Too Sweet slots in perfectly as a safety or a possible defensive player for us, just continuing to firmly lock down this rebuild and get us the pieces we need for glory. He exemplifies everything I love in a Portland recruit, and that brought him clear to the top of my list. Too Sweet, welcome to the Brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
All right, everyone, lower your headphones just a little bit because Osaka is on the clock.
Oh, baby, get ready. It's been building up all season as I've watched our draft picks get higher and higher and higher. With the third overall pick in the S54 draft, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaiju-wese. Max Payne, user null15736. The Pain Train is coming to Osaka, baby. People asked me all season as they were getting their mock drafts in order, Triceracop, what does Osaka need? And I said, are you stupid? Because we traded our entire D-line away. We very much need D-linemen. And Max Payne is going to be a cornerstone for us, not just on the field, but as a locker room presence, as a great person. We had one of our war room guys scout him, and he immediately, we got to take him, please. And, very hesitant with that because you don't want him to get sniped, but we were lucky enough to get him, and we are so ecstatic to have him. Welcome to Osaka. Oh, God, I'm back-to-back with my own picks.
Yep, go ahead.
With the fourth overall pick in the S54 draft, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaiju-wese Reno Vega, user Zag from the Tijuana Luchadors. Here's the thing. Way back when, during the Prospect Bowl, we were on the Oslo Bears together. He made a GIF. Big Man Blastoise helping the rookies. And I knew in that moment I was going to take him. It doesn't matter how great of a prospect he is, how great he drafts. He flattered me, so I had to draft him. And you know what? I think it's going to work out. I think he's going to learn from the guy who broke the PD record all time, First Frame, my Koji, and most of you don't know him because he doesn't hang out in Discord.
Ooh.
This is such a slam dunk pick that I'm surprised we got to make it. That's how incredible this pick is.
I hope you keep that same energy when you're picking in the 50s.
Brother, I'm made of energy.
All right.
Brother, I'm coked up.
Oh, God. Okay. Next, we have Honolulu. And at pick 5, they will select running back Griffin Stone, user Griff. They said, I'm guessing Ice Bear wrote this one because there's a lot of typos. Anyway, they said, surprise pick of the draft is Groff. As many mocks, is that a joke because he did it twice? Surprise pick of the draft is Groff. As many mocks should Groff as a round 2 pick at best. We at Han see the diamond in the rough. Another future offensive weapon for the Lua and a perfect fit in the locker room. We are excited to bring him to Paradise and just as happy that T-Money cannot have him. Also, just saying, Groff was not the only typo. There were like 3 more in there. Any response, T-Money?
Ice, you son of a bitch.
There we have it. All right.
That is no way to speak about Ice Bear's mom.
Oh, God. Okay. Back-to-back picks for the 3rd time to start this draft off. And at pick 6, Honolulu selects linebacker Laramie Rose, user Oilman Dan. They said, an absolute cornerstone since my first time here in Honolulu is OMD. From his DL days when I first started to the great career of running back Stetson David. I don't understand that. It's fine. It's only right to bring him back. I don't know Han without OMG around and don't plan on ever finding out. Laramie Rose will be the next great Han linebacker and looking forward to watching that career unfold. And next up we have Sarasota.
All right, pick 7. Sarasota will select Zamir Kayla III, Thor from the Norfolk Seawolves. Sarasota had this to say, with this pick, we were looking for a cornerstone player that we could count on to hold down one side of our secondary for several seasons. There's no doubt that Thor fits that description. To top it off, Thor is a dedicated user that contributes in many places around the league. We're excited to bring a user of his caliber to Sarasota and look forward to a great career.
Very nice. First time we don't have back-to-back picks. New York is on the clock.
With the 8th overall pick, the New York Silverbacks will select Artemis Claire Ozolina, user Shawnee148. It's been quite a while since we've made picks in the draft. We've been trading out the last recent times, and we were so happy that Shawnee fell to us here, 8th overall. After that bum Wake Drain Jr. retired early, running back was a huge need for us in the locker room, and Shawnee's already showed a lot of dedication, now becoming the GM of Kansas City. Can't wait to have Shawnee locker room. Shawnee, welcome to New York. Happy to have you.
Very nice. Yellowknife is up next.
With the 8th overall pick, Yellowknife will select
9th, but sure.
Oh, 9th overall pick, sorry.
You're good.
Talk to Bo, user Casey. And this is what Junior wrote. Casey's one of the top users in this class, and throughout our draft prep, we were strongly hoping he would fall to us. We have already had the pleasure of having him join our Settlers of Catan game nights, and although waiting for the draft has felt like the longest road, we are pumped to finally be able to call him a teammate. Welcome to the Wraiths.
Nice. All right. Now,
Anderson's already got a SIG for this guy in rookie chat. That's crazy.
Wow.
Hopefully he didn't pull an Ice Bear.
What?
All right. Next, we have Austin.
And with the 10th overall pick, Austin will select Joshua Hunchak, user Hills Have Hats. And they wrote, every so often you get a prospect that when you suggest maybe we should pick them, everyone in the war room turns around with a different story or reason about why this user is awesome. This is exactly what happened with Hills Have Hats. With this happening in real time during the draft, HHH quickly became a very obvious pick for Austin, and we are very pleased with our selection here. We get a new great locker room presence and someone who will be able to switch to the right position for Austin. We can't wait to welcome to the Copperheads.
All right. Before Colorado picks, I would like to point out their notes for each pick have a note from OD and then another note from Steg, just to clear up the confusion. But Colorado is on the clock.
And with pick number 11, Colorado Yetis select
A trade.
Jackie, I have notes from Steg and Tim here. You want me to go through this first, and then you can kind of lead off on your guys' thoughts on the trade?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So Tim and Steg had this to say about the trade. We found ourselves in a position where we had 3 or 4 of our top targets on the board. With the need for cap space in the coming season to maintain the roster, BFB presented us with a prime opportunity to move down, still secure one of our top targets later on, patch together our salary cap for this upcoming season, and move a 3rd-round pick this class to a 2nd-round pick next class, arguably fitting our timeline to maintain the roster better and giving us more ammunition in the first class with the new portal. Holy cow, that was one sentence. Please fix your grammar. Jackie, over to you.
Get him.
Yeah. Really, just we're really happy to be able to score another first in this draft. The class kept getting better and better and better, and we knew that we wanted to make some moves to actually get a really, really solid pick here to make some decisions for us to kind of secure some final pieces that we need for this rebuild. I think it's 3 firsts, right?
Yeah,
we had 1 and 2.
Yeah, and now
And then that makes 3.
Yeah, you moved up from.
Yeah, at no point did you gain an additional first this draft.
Anyway,
I would love that, but anyway.
Yeah.
You are on the clock.
All right. With the 11th overall pick, the Black Forest Brood are going to select Raf TML Athena McKenzie for kicker punter. Here we go, folks. An absolutely stellar user with already more than enough cash in the bank to have a major earning career, and someone I am personally incredibly glad to have been able to score in this draft. Raf, we're so happy to have you on the Brood. With connections to her in the SHL in Vancouver, as well as our music swap meets in Discord, Raf was very high on my board, even tempting first overall. Considering not just her massive media piece, but also because of her mutual love of Hosier, she rounds out the special teams as our kicker punter of the future. Raf, welcome to the Brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
You guys should cherish those eggs. Price is getting up there.
They are very important.
All right. The Silverbacks are up next.
With the 12th overall pick, the New York Silverbacks will select Pisley Husk, user Pisley. Now, when we were talking about Pisley, we just kept making pizza jokes and pizza jokes. Who doesn't love New York style pizza? This was a match made in heaven. Nothing like bringing the pizza boy back home. But again, we loved our scouting conversation with Pisley here. What an awesome new exciting user to bring in to New York. Super excited to have him. Super excited to bring him into our DB room. And Pisley, welcome to New York. Happy to have you.
I have a conspiracy theory, Daniel. I think you were going over your notes during sound check, and that's why your sound check sentence was pizza related.
That might have been why.
Got him.
The truth reveals itself from the stinky New York Silverbacks, my most hated of rivals.
Cooper DeJean is not a safety. He's a corner that will lock down your number 1, everyone.
What you say?
Okay. Colorado is on the clock again. Let's see if they actually pick this time.
With the 13th pick in the season 54 ISFL Draft, Colorado Yetis select Park Soo-jin, user Jeffy43.
Jeffy Bad.
One of my favorite people. OD's note, grand champion, breed winner, regional, nationals winner, said we should draft Prince Vegeta to the team. As the Prince also wants to be the strongest in the universe, just like Donut, even though we kept, this has too many periods, even though we kept explaining to Donut that we are a few Jeffy players further now, she still claims that Prince Vegeta was the correct pick here. Please don't tell her that we draft a different Jeffy player here to avoid her tantrums. Welcome to Colorado, Jeffy, and we hope you will have a nice career with Park Soo-jin. Easy.
I'll say it again, Jeffy Bad.
Huh.
Make sure everyone hears me. All right, Triceratops.
That's valid.
You are up.
With the 14th overall pick and set to destroy many a first rounder prediction, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaijuese, forcing to Osaka user Muford.
Boo.
Boo.
Buford's
What
worse
a
than Jeffy.
Ew.
So we said it 100 different times, 100 different ways. At no point was Muford actually forcing to Osaka. I just had control of his name through charity. However, when it came time and he was still available at 14 after we traded up with Arizona, we decided we had to pull the trigger and bring in our quarterback of the future. Anyone who doubts that can go and look in my player thread in the forum and see I already used a DSFL rookie swap to QB just in case we didn't get him. And I'm happy to say I don't have to swap to QB, thank God.
You're never beating the allegations.
I don't care about your allegations, CC. That happened one time. Anyway, welcome to Osaka. We are happy to have you.
Hey, if you need someone in your EAFC club to play striker, never pass, and miss most of his shots, this is an amazing pick. Muford fits that mold perfectly.
I don't know what that means.
Ask him about it. He'll tell you.
You better learn.
All right.
Also, Brad brought back another Oslo Bear to Osaka. Very happy about it. My bias is showing.
Okay. Baltimore is up.
Oh, right. That's me. God, I hate going back to back. All right. With 15 overall, the Baltimore Hawks select. Oh, God. Multiliki Wailiki, wide receiver, Bondi Beach, user Joe Steele. God, all of Baltimore's notes are poems. I'm really sorry. With pick 15, the crowd leaned in. A name returned, reborn to win. Multi-Iki Wailiki, fast and free, a shadow cast by legacy. His father, Maui, flew before, a hawk who shook the league's core. Now sun takes wing with sharper flight, a blur beneath the stadium light. Joe Steele watched the vision bright, 2 generations taking flight. Now the Hawks are set to climb with Wailiki's name in time. I don't think I said that name the same way twice. And honestly, Joe Steele doesn't deserve it.
I think he also said taking flight more than once, which is cheating. And we will be deducting half a letter grade. So.
Yeah, that's valid.
Next is, I believe you're reading for Cape Town again, right?
Damn, 3 in a row?
Oh, 3 in a row? What have I done to myself?
Wow.
All right.
Don't worry, we're
with
upset
the
too.
16th overall pick, the Cape Town Crash select Max Ryder Colt linebacker, user Port Boy from the Dallas Bird Dogs. They had this to say: breaking news, Cape Town's strategy of not having a first-round pick pays off big time, as they still managed to draft a first-round player in the second. Our jaws dropped when we saw Poor Boy was still on the board. I mean, look at this absolute beast. He's dropping media pieces. He's running Hungy games. He's talking turkey with every GM in the league and making his name known sim-wide. It's clear to us that Max Ryder Colt is the future of the ISFL, and we could not be more ecstatic to bring him into the Chubby Unicorn gang. Welcome to the Crash, Poor Boy.
Very nice. Next we have what?
Nothing. I just need something. Oxygen.
Okay. Arizona's up.
Give the man a break.
Yeah.
With the 17th overall pick, Arizona are going to select J Cubed, JQ the Fourth, Opera Phantom. Our first pick of the draft
that's
after
so
trading.
crazy.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Shocker.
No one saw this one
crazy.
coming.
Technically not a force? That's crazy.
What? Oh my god.
How could this happen?
Anyway, sorry, there's notes.
Arizona had this to say. Our first pick of the draft after trading down into the second round. We knew we'd get a good user, but we never expected to get J Cubed at this pick. With all the whiskey talk happening in the server, we knew it was time to bring back the ISFL's most accomplished sommelier. Darth Crunk was pleased, although you'd never know it after all the cursing in the war room. Welcome back to the Outlaws Queue.
Sorry, I got distracted for a second because a cat just ran in the room. Sorry, Yellowknife is up next.
With the 18th pick, Yellowknife will select. I'm Jared. Or correct, sorry, Adam Vittori, user I'm Jared, kicker punter. And I don't think they gave me notes for this player, so congratulations. You can
Shout
yell
out
at
to
Jimmy.
Jared.
Let me double check just to be sure. Get at my DM.
I mean, I could wax lyrical about this guy for 30 minutes straight if I really wanted to. broke a bunch of punt records in the DSFL, mainly because Portland sucks. I mean, wrote a lot of media. Is a great user, very active. We love to see it.
Man, did 30 minutes already go by?
You know, buddy.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Sorry, I'm almost done.
Junie is
verifying.
saying he gave notes. So.
Junie,
I
DM
don't
Oh
remember
no,
who Junie
Junie.
Junie, DM me.
Uh-oh, we gotta stop. Where's Dunkler to go, like, incommunicado for during stream? Where's Dunkler?
Okay.
Forgot about
It is. It is. Hawkeye. They're in the notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Hawkeye. Hawkeye, I don't see him on the sheet. Oh, I'm Jared / Adam Vittori, I see. Man, these kids and their names. Back in my day. Oh, wait, what? I'm supposed to be writing about a rookie? Who? Oh, okay, yes, I got this. Yes. Hawkeye, I love that guy. Best Avenger. Anyway, Hawkeye is hella sick. He plans to be the best punter in the history of the ISFL, and with a team that already just created the best punter in the ISFL, well, that sounds like a good fit to me. We had some great conversation with him, and I love talking to him. A smart guy who has a background and a mind for data like me. This is Junie, by the way, not myself actually saying this. Gotta hope you read that part out loud. Anyway, he's got a mind that I would love to pick apart in my lab, and I'm looking forward to showing him the ropes. Also, I was told I would get 50% off a Bass Pro Shop hat. Thank you for confusing me, Junie.
Huh.
All right, Orange County is up next. Sorry for the confusion, by the way. I'm Jared.
Hey, it's me. Finally, it's been so long. With pick 19 in the season 54 ISFL draft, the Orange County Otters select Drew LaChance, user J Reed 12, cornerback, and they had this to say about Jay Reed: when a user who has already sent over 1,000 messages in their locker room, despite never being a member of the team, falls you at pick 19, you don't pass on the opportunity to draft them. We're thrilled that we were able to bring Jay Reed into the fold this season after not being able to unite the roommate pairing of him and AJ on their first players.
Okay, looks like we got BFB yet again.
Yes. Black Forest will select
A trade.
a trade. This one was interesting. So it actually gave us a little bit of space extra to kind of figure everything out for this draft. It lets us move down and score my own GM pick at a later time, and then it also let it Baltimore secure some good picks of their own as well.
Sorry, distracted again because I just heard my baby screaming in the next room. Baltimore. Baltimore is up again. I wonder if they wrote another poem.
Good God.
All right, with pick 20 overall in the S54 draft, the Baltimore Hawks select Charlie Kelly, user Tyler Toxum 04 from the Tijuana Luchadors. They had this to say: from Patty's Pub to the draft day stage, Charlie Kelly set to unleash his rage. A linebacker now, with heart untamed, ready to bring the chaos unashamed. No drills, no stats, just grit and grind. His mind's a maze, but he'll unwind. Blitzing through with reckless flair, he'll hit the field without a care. The Hawks saw madness, and they called a perfect fit for chaos, enthralled. Charlie Kelly's in his prime, a hawk unleashed. It's his time to shine.
All right, I didn't hear any repeat rhymes that time, so I think we can.
I
move
think
ahead
this
on
is the
one.
cadence I have to take to their picks because it's kind of soothing.
It's really weird hearing you not like yelling.
Yeah, well,
Also, this is a solid pick, but he is going to lose the American Conference Championship game right after the stream when we play in our College Football Dynasty. So he has that to look forward to after this celebration. And Cape Town is up. You're reading again, Triceracop.
why am I hated by God and myself? With pick 21 in the S54 draft, the Cape Town Crash select to trade. They had this to say. Wait, no, I didn't mean to hit accept. Delete, delete, delete. This was a joke. I don't actually want to trade pick 21. Please undo this. Undo. No!
Calculated.
And
Debated.
I don't have any notes from Oko's side here, but I if I can get into the mindset cord real quick, 1 second. Let me get into
Okay,
character here.
Get sleepy and get high in that order.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are the two things. Correct.
We're already one of those. Yeah, we're already one of those. So we're already cooking.
All right.
Fine.
Okay.
So Oko here was like, hey, we like a dude, but we think we can get value from the other dude the pick before. So we're going to try to get the dude now. And so now they're going to get the dude. There you go. Done.
Okay, let me enter my
Nice.
chord headspace.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn, that's crazy.
That is verbatim. That's so good. That's really better than anything I just did.
If there was an Uptown chord word cloud, it would just be damn, that's crazy.
All right, let's see who they take with
Love you,
pick
Cord.
21.
Cord's the best. With pick 21, the Orange County Otters and Cord select Zephyr Williams, user Zephyrus1128, wide receiver out of Dallas. After their first run with the team was cut unfortunately short, there was never a doubt that we were going to be bringing Zeph back to Orange County. After a long wait, we can finally smile again, knowing Zeph is home. We can't wait to see what they accomplish with a full career ahead of them.
Very nice. New York is up next.
With the 22nd pick, New York will select
Oh,
another
man,
trade.
Another one.
Yeah, I mean we have a GM pick here, so just trying to move back and just see what we can get here. We got some bum that we got to pick up in this at some point, so just looking to slide back, see if we can grab some cap space to make our team a little bit better this upcoming season.
Smart.
All right. Who's Colorado going to take?
Excellent question. Colorado doesn't have any notes here, but I'm sure Willie's got something in rookie chat. I think Colorado was just trying to get value here. So this is what they have to say about pick, 22 in the season 54 ISFL draft. Colorado Yeti select Randy Beavers, user Chicken Lips, my beloved running back out of Minnesota. This is what they had to say about this pick. From OD specifically, I think this is meant to be sing-songy, but I'm not in mental headspace to do that, so we're just going to read it. I want chicken lips. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. I want chicken lips. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. I want chicken lips. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. I want chicken lips. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. God damn it, Donut. Stop singing. We got the player you wanted. Welcome to Colorado, Chicken Lips. As an aside from Steg, Colorado has been defined by several things over the course of the rebuild, but one has been an incredible tandem of running backs with Guile and McMorris. Bringing in Beavers continues that trend. CL is an excellent user and brings the passion constantly in Minnesota. We're confident some of that exuberance will spice Colorado up even more, while also adding a great option to maintain the strong ground game in Colorado in the future.
Very nice. All right. Yellowknife is on the clock.
With the 23rd pick, Yellowknife will select Spice Gardner, user Some Coach. Some Coach is a user that we had our eye on heading into the draft as a potential sleeper. Sure enough, we felt very fortunate that he was still available at this pick. and we expect him to become a key piece of our defense in the seasons to come. In his pre-draft media, he said that he wanted to be on a contender, and we're excited to do a lot of winning with Spice Gardner. Welcome to the Rates.
Nice. All right, Austin's next.
And with the 24th overall pick, Austin will select Oh Hey Wan, user Shiamus. When it came to our second round pick, the choice was very clear and obvious, and that choice was the one and only Shiamus. I don't know if I'm saying this username right at all, but doing my best. Shiamus was one of the top wide receivers on our board from very early on in the process. We had a great scouting combo with him, and that, along with his stellar SHL reputation, we knew he'd be the perfect fit for Austin. We need a wide receiver of the future, so this was a match made in heaven, and we know he'll be catching touchdowns for many seasons to come for the Copperheads.
Nice. You again, third in a row.
And with the 25th overall pick, New York will select myself. Quarterback.
Is that
No,
it?
no.
Trevor Simmons.
No.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Nothing. I got
All right,
nothing to say.
I got a note for you.
Rookie chat, it's
I
time.
heard
Start
this
spinning
player went.
reach.
I heard this player went to an amazing college. I'll say that. That's all.
Look at that render, by the way.
Reach.
What a masterpiece.
Yeah,
Something.
the GM renders are pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them.
What's the
I'm just saying.
tie? The clip-on tie attached to?
It's not a clip-on. It's not a clip-on,
It
so
very
real tie.
clearly is a clip-on.
No, it's just very thin. It's a fishing line.
Okay. All right. Reach. Now we got pick 26.
With pick 26, finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the New Orleans second line are on the clock for the first time. And with pick 26 in the season 54 ISFL draft, Nola's going to select L Money, Picarelli. Look at that cute little sand dial. User 226986. This is a GM. It's a reach. I'm a bum. My first player sucked. This next one's probably going to suck as well. But Nola's super excited. I get to be paired with Baz and do weird things in the secondary. So, excited.
Like what?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I would. I'm asking. I'm concerned about public indecency on my beloved ISFL football field.
Nothing.
I
to
broke
say?
him.
That's all I got.
I broke him. Get fricked.
All right.
You did. I got no retort there.
Reach. Black Forest is on the clock.
All right. With pick 27, the Black Force Brood are going to select myself, Miss Frizzle,
Also a reach.
also a reach. Irish has some notes for this. He says, the Spider Queen has arrived in her Black Forest domain. The rumors of her retirement are greatly exaggerated, and she makes her return with great fanfare. Repent, all ye, hath scorned the great
that's
queen of
so
the
meta.
forest. She brings with her an avatar to perform on the field in her name, Miss Frizzle, a dominant cornerback who has already received reps against the wide receivers of the future in the DSFL. We are honored to be able to welcome back our ruler. Jackie, welcome to the Brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
Wow, you gave yourself an egg.
Huh,
Kind of a
I got one too.
bold move there. All right. Okay, Osaka is up next.
Well, with the 28th pick in the S54 draft, the Osaka Kaiju select someone who already knows Kaiju-Weez. That's right. It's me. Big Man Blastoise. Big Man Blastoise. It's me, baby. And I couldn't be more excited to GM this team through a really wonky rebuild that's going to end up in at least 2 rings, I hope, knock on wood.
I don't know if you're going to be that excited once Buford's back in the locker room every day. But,
Man, I hate that guy.
Have you've never had to negotiate a contract with that man as a player, have you?
Hey, Cece, you want to be an agent?
For you or for him?
Yeah.
All right. Black Forest up again.
Yeah, we are up at 29 with the 29th overall pick. BFB are going to select user Vital Valor, player Vital Valor, user Valor X77. Irish has this, or I said this actually, sorry. The one single-handedly fixing the Dots turnaround schedule with ease. We couldn't possibly pass up nabbing Valor when he was there. A veritable steal of a pick, a super friendly presence in the ISFL rookie and main discords, and one of the final pieces of the fierce offense burning just under the surface for the Black Forest Brood. As a stellar running back for the league, both Irish and I were pretty surprised to see him still there at 29, but neither one of us was complaining. Vito Valor, welcome to the brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
I can pretty
Is that
confidently say that probably no one drafted later than this will out-earn Valor. So this could very well be the steal of the draft.
Yeah.
I think we could confidently say no one picked later in the draft has a higher bank balance than Valor does after all
That
those
too.
dots cards. It
Sure.
was like 297 or something
Sheesh.
mil of just dots cards.
Wow.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's
What Burnout does to an MF.
All right. Next up is Honolulu, and at pick 30, they will select a trade with Black Forest. They are sending pick 42 and next year's second round in exchange for this pick. And Jackie, your team is up yet again.
Yes, we are. Number 30, the Black Forest Brood are going to select Wesley Orion, tight end, CLG Rampage. As a rebuilding team, it's nice that we get to add a veteran to the roster, as well as a large lad to make middle linebackers regret their lives as he trucks them into oblivion. As a team who loves big boys and keeping them on the field, we are excited to be able to grab the highest TP tight end in the class here at the end of the second. We are looking forward to have you joining the team. CLG, welcome to the brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
CLG, along with D-Walt, were my very first GMs in Minnesota back in S22 in the DSFL.
No kidding.
Old.
I believe you're older than me in real life, so you can suck it.
Yeah, but this is sim life
Yeah,
where it
this
doesn't
is the only
matter.
thing that matters. You're right.
Exactly.
It is. Thank you, CC.
Remember when you said, "Hey,
Jesus.
my child is screaming," and you didn't leave the street?
My wife is down there. You think I just threw the baby in the bedroom and shut the door, and then shut this door? Maybe. You'll never know. Cape Town is up next.
Okay, with the 31st pick in the ISFL Draft, Cape Town Crash select Bean Man the Fourth, user Seymour from the Dallas Bird Dogs. They had this to say. Sorry, I have to get into character for all of LCC's notes because he demands this of me. There is a legend passed down through generations of a hero who is destined to triumph over the sim gods, of one who will overthrow the dot chaos and establish order amongst the league. This legend tells of neither man nor woman, but of a being who shall guide us to salvation, a being whose fate has traversed the Bean Man bloodline for 4 generations, growing stronger with each iteration. This legend has become manifest upon the gridiron of Cape Town. The bells are ringing. The crowds are cheering. The rhinos are charging. Bean Man has arrived.
Very nice. I didn't realize it was over. Felt like there was no conclusion, but
Well, the rest is still unwritten.
true. That explains it. Okay, Arizona is up next.
I'm going to get booed in rookie chat so hard.
No, they love you in there. You're fine.
I don't know. One
You're
person earlier said that when you jumped in, not even on one of your picks, you just jumped in on something. They said you blew out their earphones.
I think I was yelling at T-Money, which is a common occurrence.
Yeah.
It is. Yes.
Common.
More
Very.
often than I'd like to admit.
Wink.
All right, Arizona.
All right. With the 32nd overall pick, Arizona are going to select Vlad the Inhaler, linebacker, user Bernard Heboli. Hebo, sorry.
Hebo. Where did you get in hell?
Vlad the Inhaler, my lord. User Bernard Hebo has been nothing short of amazing with his previous player, Bertie Mannering Phipps. Thankfully, the strength of this class allowed Vlad to fall to our second pick of the draft. We knew that once we were on the clock, we were rushing to the podium to make this pick as there wasn't anyone else on the board. that we were even debating taking here. Couldn't be happier to get the better half of the Connecting Dots podcast.
Wow.
All right.
Controversial.
I haven't read a pick since pick 6. They've all been traded away. Let's see if I get to read this one. At pick 33, the Sabercats select offensive lineman Wallace Big, user Reno. One of my favorite users ever, by the way.
Reno!
Russ said, it's rare that you have a scouting convo where you almost exclusively bond over non-ISFL related topics, but that was certainly the case here. Taco Bell, wrestling, dogs, yes, they are acceptable in San Jose, and most importantly, fuck a raw tomato. It was one of my most memorable scouting convos in my years of doing this, and speaking of my years, Reno has been in the league for ages now, one season longer than me. Russ is also S22, by the way. So we're adding a vet at a big position of need for us this late in the draft. We love to see it. So now that he's moving out to California, we'll make sure to not wrap his breakfast burritos so he can stay properly fueled for all the winning we're going to do together. Love Reno. Great pick here. Arizona up next.
All right, with the 34th overall pick, Arizona select Minka Palamalu, user Mirror Lake Cultivator of the London Royals. This new user has been on the quieter side of the general Discord, but has no problems talking trash to Crony in the London locker room. We're surprised that didn't make him the #1 pick, to be honest. We can't wait to get that trash talk in the Arizona locker room, and we can't wait to get him on the field. Those luscious locks deserve to be flowing out from under an Outlaw's helmet. Welcome to Arizona.
I wonder how long it took to Photoshop crop the Palamalu hair off of Palamalu to then put it on Minka Fitzpatrick.
Sloth was actually just talking about that in the NOLA locker room earlier today. He's like, I was doing this and my wife walked by. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm taking Palamalu's hair and I'm putting it on another guy.
I will say about Mirror Lake Cultivator, in the London locker room, he does refer to me as venerated elder giant turtle instead of big man Blastoise, which I just think is incredible.
Nice. Okay, pick 35, Sarasota.
Sarasota will select with pick 35. Cameron Fryer, user Zach2211. We were pleased to see Zach still available at this point in the 3rd round. We had a very pleasant conversation with them in scouting and liked the potential that showed throughout their rookie season in the DSFL. Zach will have a shot at competing at the ISFL level right away, and we hope to convert that potential into another Sarasota superstar. Welcome to Sarasota, Zach.
I always have to appreciate a Chiefs render. George Karloff
Do
is
you?
there. I do.
I mean, you don't have to,
I have to. All right.
but like contractually obligated, or
No. Will you get off my back for once in your life, T-Money? Can you just let me enjoy things for once? One time. God, read your pick.
It's not in his nature.
Read your
Just
pick,
this once.
T-Money.
It's not even his
Pick 36, season 54 ISFL Draft. The Orange County Otters select Faramir Took, user Rob Steen, wide receiver out of Bondi Beach. Being on the same PDE team as both of our GMs led to this no-brainer pick for Oko. Rob has proven himself to be a true locker room engine and a truly genuine human being. Rob will surely be a wonderful addition to the already Oko-goated romp of Otters.
Huh.
All right. That's a big wide receiver, that render.
Originally a tight end, I believe.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
Oh yeah, his name's still tied into the rookie Discord.
Oh. All right. New York is up.
With the 37th pick, the New York Silverbacks will select
A
trade. So basically, Swoosh held me at gunpoint in a dark alley and threatened me for this pick. And I managed to talk him down thanks to Wizard's Orb. And we got a 1st-round pick out of it. So, Wiz can see the future. Saw a lot of value, saw that, this is the 1st overall pick in the 56 draft that we're talking here. So, hard to turn down that value.
Yeah, definitely Baltimore are going to be picking first overall next season. Let me tell you.
Hey, it's Wiz saw it. Wiz saw it.
They could take all like tier 1 OL bots and still make the conference championship. I'm convinced.
Well, you have a hand in preventing that.
What?
All right, Baltimore's up. Read your poem.
All right. With the 37th overall pick, the Baltimore Poets select. If that's not Color Rush, I'll riot. Mark Southworth, cornerback. User Southworth from London, my DSFL teammate. They had this describe. The Hawks moved fast. They made their play. Traded up to seize the day. Mark Southworth, a name unknown, but in Baltimore, his light had grown. A defensive back with skills so rare, with speed and vision beyond compare. Roy Rivers saw talent, sharp and keen, a diamond found in the draft day scene. A steal, they knew, a hidden prize, a player with the heart to rise. Now Baltimore's defense will feel the spark as Southworth's legacy leaves its mark.
All right, next we have Yellowknife.
With the 38th pick, Yellowknife will select. Lay into trenches, user CK. In season 52, we had the pleasure of having Octavian Speeding, CK's previous player, quarterback for the Wraiths. Also, although it was just for one season, CK was a great user to have as part of our team and locker room, and he left a great impression. When we had the opportunity to bring him back at this position in the draft, it was an opportunity we could not pass up. Welcome back to the Wraiths.
Nice, probably another steal of the draft candidate here. Next is Osaka.
All right. With the 39th overall pick, the Osaka Kaiju select Dawson Jackson, kicker punter out of Bondi Beach, user cool. Let me tell you, this guy, he's pretty cool. A great presence in the Bondi locker room, a great waiver pickup for them. Having a lot of fun interacting with them. And, we have a needed kicker, and this is the GOAT, right? This is the greatest of all kickers, and we are excited to bring him into Osaka.
Never heard that term before. Very nice. Black Forest is up next.
I will say he came up with GOAT.
Oh, okay.
With 40th overall pick, BFB will select Captain Checkdown, user Exalate, tight end. We keep grabbing up the big boys for Black Forest, getting another veteran tight end to fill out our tight end room alongside CLG. Exalate is a great rookie who fell much farther than he deserved, and we had to snatch him up here. With the heavy running and play action style of Black Forest, we expect Captain Checkdown to immediately have an impact on the Exalate. Welcome to the brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
Very old time user here. Should be a solid pick.
Gotta love it.
Next is Orange County.
With pick 41 in the season 54 ISFL Draft, the Orange County Otters select Bonkers Disco, user Jolly Jigs, former co-GM, one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, defensive end out of Bondi Beach. Being able to draft Jolly is a dream come true, even if it's 100 seasons later. He's someone Flex connected with as soon as he joined the league, and he couldn't be more excited to have his warm and positive presence in Oko.
Very nice. Next up, we have Honolulu, and they will select at pick 42. Offensive lineman. Is that first name pronounced how I think it is?
Tell us, buddy.
Yep.
Give it a try.
Yes.
All right. Pegme Amadeus.
Oh, so close. Pegme.
Oh, damn it.
But we got you to see the thing.
Clip that.
Chat.
All right. Scud fills 2 holes in our Honolulu heart with his player Pegme. No pun there, right? A future cornerstone for our aging O-line and a fun-loving dude that brings tons of energy to our locker room. The pairing of Honolulu and Scud is like a masterpiece composed by Mozart himself. Welcome to paradise, Scud. And next we have Colorado.
With the 43rd pick in the Season 54 ISFL Draft, the Colorado Yeti select
A trade.
a trade. I think this is really simple. Yellowknife had a guy that they really wanted, that Judy really wanted, and Colorado was willing to move out of the spot. So they made it happen.
I believe Steg gave a note there.
I believe he did too. Let me find it real quick. Yes, he did. So Steg had this to say about the trade. Similarly to our first trade this draft for us, maintaining the roster is all about acquiring talent that will peak at as our current core regresses. Delaying a pick a few seasons and rolling the dice on a strong Season 56 class felt like a valuable move for us here.
Very nice. And next, now we have Yellowknife, and Daniel has been reading for them, but we had a request from Junie to have T-Money read this pick.
He did. Junie did request that I read this one. Cop is the better wrestler promo, but I appreciate his faith in me to do this. So with pick 43 in the Season 54 ISFL Draft, Yellowknife rates select Honorary Oos, Hall Monitor 20. Let me talk to you, Oos.
Yeah.
You know what this guy's done? He's been around, Oos. Top tier blocking tight end, locked up. GM of the year, locked up. Ultimates winner, locked up. One of Junie's best friends,
locked up.
Anyway, don't let him hear you say all this nice stuff, but Junie is absolutely in love with Hall with all of his heart, and he wishes he would leave his wife and run away with me to Arizona, where we can watch spring training every single year. Top tier GM, mid tier dude. I'm happy to collect one of my final Infinity Stones of the Philly OGs. Soon my power will be unstoppable. I'm feeling pretty oozy, Tribal Chief, and I'm ready to acknowledge him, so throw up those ones. This is some day one-ish.
All right. Daniel, do you think you could have done it better?
Yeah, but I'll let him have his moment here.
Nice. All right, Jackie, looks like your Black Forest Brood are back on the clock.
All right, with the 44th overall pick, Black Forest are going to select Brian Jones, user It's Tim G from Portland. A PBE legend and a veteran of the ISFL, we love that we can add another valuable piece to our growing defense. We've noticed that he stepped up his yapping game in the rookie Discord, and we are excited to foster Jones's new enthusiasm for the league in our locker room. It's Tim G. Welcome to the Brood. Here is your complimentary egg.
Very cool. Next is Baltimore. Another poem, I have to assume.
Oh, baby, you know it.
I feel like earlier you weren't enjoying the poems, but you've come around to them.
That happens often with me.
Interesting.
I'm not going to dig too deep into that one. All right. With the 45th overall pick, the Baltimore Hawks select Jawan Jennings, user 01 plays, wide receiver from Dallas. They had this to say: Jawan Jennings, strong and bold, a wide receiver with hands of gold. From the draft board to the team's high call, the Hawks saw the one who could stand tall. With every route, he'll burn the field, a master of moves, never to yield. Catching deep balls, making plays, he'll light up the scoreboard in so many ways. Baltimore saw the perfect fit, a star in the making, don't dare quit. Jennings will soar, he'll make them believe, a hawk in the skies, ready to achieve.
Very nice. Interesting to me that Jawan Jennings' render is not Jawan Jennings.
Interesting.
I know, right?
Anyway, Cape Town is up next. Tricerica.
Yes, the Cape Town Crash select
a trade.
T-Money.
We do have a trade. Nola finally did something after trying all draft to actually do something and then coming up short every single time. Shout out Oko. I reached out to LCC at about 1 a.m. in the morning and I said, please trade with me. And so I offered him some cap and he said, sure. And so with this pick,
hang on. I have notes from LCC.
Okay.
And first, let me ascribe my own stank to this and that. I'm pretty sure you caught him drinking. But LCC's thoughts on this trade include Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Very
Thank
nice.
you for coming to my Tricera talk.
Was he talking about himself or was he talking about Cave Town? Because I feel like either applies there.
Yeah, it could be both. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, T Money, you're up.
Okay. Anyways, with pick 46, excuse me. Oh my God. And the season 54 ISFL draft, NOLA finally back on the clock, selects Aaron Ford Jr., A Ford 9910, linebacker out of Kansas City. So for those of you that don't know, Ford played for NOLA on his last player. He was our fullback ahead of our backfield with Kyle Crane and Nuck, and helped us win 2 Ultimates. And so we did whatever we could to try to make sure we brought him home because we really enjoy him. In NOLA, he's a great locker room presence. Linebacker fills a need for us, and we really love having him around. So welcome back to the parade light, man. We're happy to have you.
Very cool. Next up, we have Osaka again. Jeez.
With the 47th overall pick, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaijui's Axel Bradley, user AW13, wide receiver from the Norfolk Seawolves. No, we had a conversation with this guy. We were very excited about his aspirations as a player, which included mainly being a return specialist. And you know what? I love an odd goal for a user, for a player. Let's make it happen. All pro, break the record for all pro special team returner. That's the goal. That's the mindset. That's what we're going to make happen in the land of the rising sun. You heard it here first from your boy, Triceracop. Thank you.
AW is a very old user. I remember his quarterback. Whenever I joined the league, his quarterback was like almost retired. So I don't know what season he was, but very old user. Next up we have San Jose, and with pick 48, they will select running back Spock McEatMyDust, user Dynamic MLB 42. Russ says, I firmly believe that Spock is going to fit right in with a San Jose locker room that skews a bit older and a bit more laid back than most. He expressed a possible excitement with moving back to wide receiver, which gives us some key flexibility and depth as we move into our next championship window. We're excited to get them acquainted with our current crop of cats, and we hope he lives long and prospers in the San Jose offense. And next is Orange County.
With the 49th pick in the season 54 ISFL draft, the Orange County Otters select Max Baker, user Viking 8712, cornerback out of Bondi Beach, been spamming overrated in rookie chat, and this is what Orange County had to say. We're thrilled to land an active new create this late in the draft, especially one who has shown so much enthusiasm and energy as Viking has. While Oko may have quite a few Lions fans, even they can't deny how great a pick this is.
Very cool. Next we have Honolulu again, and at pick 50 they select offensive lineman Dan Smith, user Michkov season. I wonder if this is Dan Smith a Key and Peele name.
It
Possibly.
is.
I don't know if that's what the reference is, but
Almost
also
certainly.
another Chiefs render. Also, I missed one earlier. I'm pretty sure while T Money was talking. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, Trey Smith render here. Anyway, Honolulu says, Michkov was one of those sneaky good scouting chats you have that just sticks with you. A true sports lover with passion for football and just talking it up. This guy is a phenomenal fit for our locker room and team. The second piece of our future dominant O-line. We hope you like beaches and luau's. Welcome to paradise. And next is Sarasota.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, I got you. Sorry. With the 51st overall pick, Sarasota are going to select Grog Strongjaw, user GCarp23. Another pick, another defensive player. We're sure we found a diamond in the rough with Grog Strongjaw. We're looking forward to being able to develop them into a monster on the Sailfish defensive line and make the other teams kick themselves for not making this pick. I have it on good authority on my own site as well. This is a personal friend of mine that I got as a recruit to the league. So glad to have you to the league. Hope she comes back.
Whenever I saw this person create, I got a little bit nervous because back whenever I was Chicago GM, we drafted a infamous guy named Amadon, one of Russ's friends who he recruited to the league. And
One
that
of
player
Russ's friends.
ended up multiing after we drafted them in Chicago, now Osaka. And his name on his main player, not his multis, was Greg Strongjaw.
There was a very funny moment in our in chat when this player was created, where I had to explain to Rev what Critical Role was, and that this was a reference.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because I think Thor and Rev and maybe someone else were all freaking out, like, "Oh God, Amadon's back."
I did message Darkness, and I was like, "Hey, this isn't Amadon, right?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "We tried to check it out. No, don't believe so." I don't think Amadon would be so bold as to make a player with almost the same exact name. They'll never suspect it.
That'd be like creating my multi as T-Money. Oh, wait.
T-Money, what were you about to say?
I was going to say, you say multiing like it was just this little thing that he did.
Hey, Amadon, Amadon is a champion.
That's the Jordan of multi.
If you look, a prolific multier, not as prolific as Zamir. Anyway, let's get back on track.
Yeah, Zamir's the LeBron.
Yes. New York is up next.
With the 52nd pick, New York will select Jeremy Harrison, user TwinsFan87. With the sun setting on the leg of Wing Wang, New York had our sights set on who would be next in line to follow the all-time field goals made leader. Anyway, let's not get too sappy and make this entire draft note a Wang tribute. But Twins fan is a long-tenured member of the league who we're eager to have as our rocket kicker punter for seasons to come. Welcome, Twins fan. We're happy to have you in New York.
Very nice.
I hate when the whole draft note is just praising Wang. You know what I mean?
You praise Wang all the time. What are you talking about?
Guys, don't laugh. I'm being serious.
All right. Next, we have Yellowknife.
With the 53rd pick, Yellowknife will select
a
trade.
I don't think we have notes from either team on this, but I think it's pretty straightforward. And next, Honolulu at pick 53 will select defensive tackle Derek Ward Jr., user Derek Knight, another Chiefs render. I don't think I've seen this many Chiefs renders in one draft before.
You can have this one. I won't say anything.
All right, thank you. Trading up to snag Derek was a no-brainer for us. This is a guy that is enjoying himself in the league and has clear goals to win. Getting him into our D-line rotation in the coming seasons as he grows into a hopeful Defensive Player of the Year candidate is a future we are thrilled to be a part of. He might be able to hack the sim for us, and he also has the best links to share. Welcome to Paradise, Derek. And next up is Austin.
With the 54th pick, Austin will select Mike Honcho, user Dakota B. Here we are deep in the 4th round of the draft and an active player that we had a good scouting chat with is still on the board. We were very quick to turn this card in and bring Dakota to Austin. Hopefully we can help him earn, and he can help us grab some ultimate glory.
All right, next we got Colorado.
With the 55th pick in the season 54 ISFL Draft, the Colorado Yeti select Javon Brisket, user Disdain for Jerry. It's been a bit since we've seen D4J around the site, but prior to that, he was a massively active and earning member of this awesome rookie class. We're hopeful that we can speak some life into him and have another running back to pair with Beavers in the future.
Very nice. New Orleans up next. You again.
With the 56th pick in the season 54 ISFL Draft, the New Orleans second line select Christian Johnson, user Father of 4. We unfortunately weren't able to get a hold of Father 4 before they went IA, but we are hopeful that we can try to get them back, and we'd love to hear from you.
All
Oh,
right.
nice Raiders render.
Gross.
I
Why
know.
would
I
you
think
even
that's the
say that?
second. I think that's
To
the.
spite you.
I know.
I was gonna say. I think that's the second Max Crosby render we now have on NOLA. It's not crazy, but it's weird that there's now two.
Yeah.
If you had a nickel,
Right in the
Actually, you would
for
have a
every-
dime, Triceracop, you idiot. Black Force is up
Ooh,
next.
Wow.
Before you can
got
respond, hurry, Jackie, go.
Yeah, go.
All right. 57th overall pick. BFB are going to select William Kramer, William 2, O-line from Minnesota. William 2 was a new create who showed promise early in his career, and we hope to bring him back. If you're watching this, William, please check your message requests. We'd love to have you in the brood.
All right, Arizona next.
And I think that's me at 58 as well. At 58th overall, Arizona are going to select Willem Hill, user Prince Jeremiah, another running back. But you already have 3, they said. Yes, just another running back with a chance for greatness in the Arizona system. Welcome to the Outlaws.
You again.
And then with 59th overall pick, BFB are going to select screened fall 59, player Grant Wistrom, defensive end.
I know
We
that guy.
loved reading Wistrom's Prospect Bowl interview and would love to see him come back as we like the enthusiasm. Please check your message requests. We will keep your complimentary eggs on ice just in case. Bring him back.
I remember Grant Wistrom was one of my dad's favorite players growing up because he's from like the city that we're a suburb of, and I believe Grant Wistrom is now a real estate agent. Interestingly enough,
the Stetson Bennett career arc.
he's gonna be a mailman. Come on,
He's going to be a great car dealer owner.
only in Georgia though.
What? Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Jackie, 4th time in a row, I believe.
4th time in a row? Do I have 60?
Yep, that's what it says.
I guess I have 60.
I'm looking at the
with
draft
the
sheet. You
60th
definitely
overall
do.
pick. Oh, this isn't. Is this 60? This is 60. I'm so stupid. We will be selecting Jack Michaels, user ADM Smith. We noticed that ADM has tried to join the league before and wanted to see if the new portal could lead to them staying a while. You should also check your message requests.
All right, CTC next.
Yes. With the 61st pick, the Cape Town Crash select Brian Burton, safety out of Norfolk, user Monkey9084. They had this to say: ooh, 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 ah, ah. Ooh, 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 ah, ah. Monkey, come back.
Yeah, monkey.
Hey, this pick belonged to
Monkey mentioned.
Silverbacks. No tamper. Osaka.
Got me feeling like Frieza out here. You know what I mean?
No.
Good.
All right, you're up again.
All right, I'm up. With the 62nd pick, the Osaka Kaiju select. Maybe you'll get ready to learn Kaiju-E's Timmins Penny Mile, user Trillium, from the London Royals. Hey, if you're out there and you're hearing the words that I'm saying, come hang out. We're cool. Got big lizards.
We're cool until you
Could be
drafted
fun.
Muford earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Big lizards feels reductive.
Oh, okay, whatever. They're my mascot. I got to name Kenny Kaiju. I won that in a charity drive.
Okay. Pick 63. San Jose select offensive lineman Daniel Martin. User Danny the Goat. Daniel, is this you?
I don't know if I use the VPN
Convicted.
on this account or not.
Convicted.
It might be.
It'd be real awkward if it was.
Do you, okay. Russ says we weren't able to get in contact with Danny, but if you're seeing this, please feel free to DM Russ Drives the Bus or Irk660, and we'll be happy to get you set up in San Jose. Orange County is on the clock.
With the 64th pick, season 54 ISFL Draft, the Orange County Otters select Drake May, the GOAT, the undisputed user, Drake May, wide receiver from Bondi Beach. Cord and Flex had this to say about the pick. Truly shocked that we were able to draft an active user with the penultimate selection. OKO can't help but feel that we've got a steal on our hands. We're excited to watch Drake take down the doubters with a fruitful career rocking the orange and brown.
Very nice. Rick Chat's going crazy right now. Yellowknife is on the clock with what I believe is the final pick of the draft.
With the final pick of the draft, Yellowknife will select a man that, as all the GMs say, we couldn't believe fell into our lap. He was a standout rookie from the start that we knew we just had to have. From game one, he was putting on a show where he had put up 6 receptions for 87 yards as a prospect and was named by his peers, quote, the most reliable possession receiver. One thing we pride ourselves here at Yellowknife is playing good, hard, ethical football, and this man fit the bill to a T. There's like 10 times more of this. I'm sorry, Junie. The pick came in, and while this future Hall of Famer may not have visited the website in over a month, that's probably because he is at raves partying it up. And no, he isn't just a raver, he is the raver, he is the DJ. Introducing the newest Yellowknife Wraith, DJ Hayes.
Huh.
Danger Citizen chat saying read it all.
No,
Hey,
not happening.
if you hear this, I hope you have a nice day at school, bud.
Did they literally lay out all the stat lines from all of his games, or what's in
Oh
there?
no, it's a rant. He goes talking about how he broke like the laws of physics and talking about a little bit about Theo Vaughn in here, I think. There's a lot going on.
You know, we don't need that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it was earlier, sure, but like
For Mr.
Right now?
Irrelevant, it's not rated.
Yeah. I mean, dinner's ready, so do what you want.
I think that's a draft.
oh my
I
god,
think
you
that's a
posted
draft.
it all. This is
Oh my god, I'm muted.
That's so bad.
I'm
You
muted.
guys can read that
posted
yourself.
it. I posted it in rookie chat if anyone wants to read it.
No
Sorry.
kidding.
holy cow.
Someone Google en passant.
730 words. I was talking this whole fucking time. Damn it.
Oh, he said a bad word. Get him.
Someone else did it earlier. I didn't do it first. I think it was T-Money. Or maybe you. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I got no filter.
I swear like a sailor. How wasn't it me?
Well, it looks like New York's on the clock.
New pasta just dropped.
That means they get one overall next year, I believe.
That is true. It just runs up.
All right.
Careful what you say. You'll end up like Honolulu.
Okay, as you guys said, that is a draft. If you guys haven't heard from your GMs yet, I'm sure you'll hear from them soon, or you can ask around and see who they are and reach out to them yourself. Congrats to everyone on being drafted. I'll post your draft cards on the forum here pretty soon. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you for helping me out.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. No worries.
All right, bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Appreciate everybody.
Bye.
Congrats. Thank you.